What is going on, everybody? I am your host, Slackerz, bringing you our next matchup in the Ultimate Smash Bros. DLC tournament. So, if you're new and you're wondering what this is, basically, it's a fun tournament, and I can't stress that it's for fun. Who cares if somebody votes for somebody you don't like? Don't matter. But it is a tournament where I upload one matchup from, well, this tournament on my channel once a day, except for Sundays. But we go over the matchup, we kind of discuss the character a little bit, both the characters in the matchup, and then down in the comment you vote for one of the two characters that you would rather see as a DLC character in Smash Ultimate. You are allowed to vote for both, but you only get one vote. So, yeah. Again, this tournament is for fun. We have all sorts of characters. First party, third party, assist trophy, spirits, anime, characters that are disconfirmed, you know, all sorts of different characters. So, again, kind of traditional rules kind of fly out the window, honestly. If you want a character, vote for him. If you don't like him, don't vote for him. It's that simple. But with that being said, the rest of the rules, double elimination tournament, meaning character has to lose 2 times before being officially eliminated. If there's ever a tie in the votes, I will flip a coin on camera, best and fairest way to break said tie. And then voting-wise for each matchup stays open for just 1 week. That way we keep getting results, keep getting new matches, and the tournament keeps on progressing very nicely. So with that out of the way, we have to go over the results from last Monday. Let's see, what was that? Mock Rider taking on Stanley. Big time retro vibe to that fight. As expected, it wasn't one of the most voted on in terms of, you know, overall total votes for the match. I understand it, you know, Mock Rider and Stanley. A lot of people don't even know who they are. But not really much of a story besides it was closer than I thought. Mock Rider ended up winning 31 votes to just 19. So Stanley did pretty well, actually. Stanley did not do terrible. 19 votes. All right. I want to see what he got it because I think Stanley faced Gina. Stanley had 19 in that one too. So Stanley stayed very consistent. But unfortunately, this is the loser bracket. That means it's his second loss. So Stanley is eliminated. Mock Rider gets to move on for at least one more match because, again, we're in the loser bracket. So let's go over the matchup for the day. I think this is a very interesting one. Sylux taking on Spyro. Now, Sylux from the Metroid series taking on Spyro from the... I don't remember where Spyro's from. Somebody's going to have to tell me. Anyway, let's jump into the matchup, shall we? So, I think I'll start with Spyro. So, Spyro, third party, pretty big name to go along with the character. Been around since, what, was it the late 90s, early 2000s? So, he's been around for, what, like 20 years? He started off with his own sort of games, you know, the Spyro the Dragon series. And then, you know, he was kind of on top of gaming for a while. He was like a PlayStation exclusive for a while. He was, you know, him and Crash were like up there with in terms of Mario, in terms of popularity, and in terms of, you know, just relevance and people knowing the name. And then he did kind of, I don't know, the exclusivity deal between Sony and Activision, or whatever it was, that ended up running out, and Spyro and Crash both went, well, the third party route. Crash didn't really work too well. Spyro, not so much. Spyro ended up going off into the Skylanders, which was absolutely huge. That's a different series than the Spyro the Dragon series, so that's why I said he didn't quite work, but the Skylanders did amazing. Had the whole toys to life sort of thing. So, and Nintendo did kind of have like a little working relationship with that. I believe there was a Bowser and a Donkey Kong, I believe, Skylanders or figure or something like that. So, it would be pretty interesting to see, you know, maybe Spyro getting, you know, now flipping that over, Spyro becoming an amiibo, which would be pretty sick, honestly. If you collect amiibos, come on, getting characters like Spyro or a Crash or, you know, just some big time third party characters, that'd be awesome. That'd be cool. So yeah, so Spyro's got he's got the big three. He's popular. He's got a moveset, relevant. He just had the Spyro Reignited trilogy that came out. There's still always the rumors, is it coming to the Switch? E3's in like a week, so maybe there's an announcement during the Nintendo Direct during E3. Maybe like, oh yeah, Spyro is coming to the Switch, which honestly, it really should. I mean, I'm surprised it didn't, but you never know. We are getting Crash Team Racing for the Switch, which is coming out on Xbox and PlayStation all at the same time, so that's kind of cool. So maybe, I don't know, Activision announces Spyro for the Switch as well. Who knows? But, so yeah, Activision, definitely a character, a company that does not have a rep in Smash Bros. Now, again, there's never been a rule, oh, you're a big third-party company, you need to have a rep in Smash. Now, there's quite a bit big-time third-party companies that don't have any reps in Smash. But, I mean, if you're looking at it from, like, purely the iconic standpoint from characters, Crash and Spyro, Activision, you could kind of make a case. There's really no one bigger, no more long-running, no more iconic. Again, you can kind of make a case for them. But it'd be really cool to see Crash and or Spyro. If I had it my way, I'd like to see both of them. I'd like to see Crash first and then Spyro, but if we got both of them, that'd be that would be so cool. But, just to see Spyro facing Mario and Link and Pikachu, just facing Nintendo characters would be really cool to see. That'd be, that's a gamer's sort of, fantasy. It's a, it'd be a dream to finally see that happen. It'd be awesome. But yeah, so Spyro, I mean, he's got all the elements there. He's ready for the picking. Let's put him in the roster, shall we? I think, I don't know. Just depends on the way Nintendo wants to go this time around. Somebody was trying to mention last time, I think it was Crash, or somebody from Activision, whoever's in the tournament, somebody was saying that Activision and Nintendo aren't on the greatest of terms. I mean, Activision still puts out games on the Switch or a Nintendo platform, so I don't know if that was true or not, but who knows. Anyway, let's move on to his opponent, Sylux. Now, Sylux, Metroid Prime. Sylux is a bounty hunter, most famously from Metroid Prime. Hunters on the DS was pretty much the most popular from the bounty hunters that Samus ended up having to face. A lot of people were drawn to the design, to the weapon, to just the character, which was really cool. So not a lot is really known about Sylux's backstory, and I think that's the route they're going to go and kind of explore in Metroid Prime 4 once that does come out. Because before the whole debacle with Metroid Prime 4 restarting development, one of the developers was saying that that's one route they want to explore, Sylux's backstory, because Sylux is supposed to have, unless plans changed, Sylux is supposed to have a pretty good amount of, I guess, time and, just time devoted to the character and just kind of learning a bit more about the character. So I think that'd be really cool. Seems to be, again, as long as plans didn't change, Sylux could have a pretty decent, maybe even a really big role in the upcoming Metroid Prime game. Now, it is a first-party game, so Nintendo could always look at that as, all right, first party, it's a future game that's coming out, let's promote it. Let's get a bit more eyes on it. Let's get a character from that game, such as Sylux, put them into Smash Bros. Now, this was, keep in mind, Nintendo made plans for their DLC for Smash Bros. Before this Metroid Prime debacle and the whole restarting development thing started. So there is a good chance that they looked at Sylux, they looked at Metroid Prime, and they're like, maybe we try to tie the two in together. Maybe, depending on when the original release date was projected to happen for Metroid Prime 4, maybe they try to tie in the two with that, but who knows. Anyway, Sylux is a really cool one. He doesn't have a spirit either, so that's a point in a lot of people's eyes. So if you don't have a spirit, maybe you have a better chance to be a playable character, for DLC. Who knows? Anyway, Sylux has a moveset. Very cool. He's got like this little, I forget the actual name, but it's some sort of energy beam, and you could do some cool stuff with it where it like actually would zap life from you. So I kind of think of it as Robin's Nosferatu in a way. Like if it latches onto you, it would start healing Sylux a little bit, pretty similar to, well, like I just said, Robin's Nosferatu. Can transform into like a little bit like a something that flies around. Samus's down B, she curls up into the little ball, and then it blows up. Well, Sylux has something similar to that where you just kind of fly around real quick. It could be like a side B, it could be the down B, I don't know. But Sylux has a moveset pretty... it's easy to come up with one. So, in terms of, I guess... moveset, yeah, popularity is kind of there. Kind of, and I'm stretching on that one. And relevant... supposed to be having a big role in Metroid Prime 4, so that is kind of relevant in a way, right? I don't know. So I really like Sylux. I do, and I really like Spyro. But oh boy, who am I going to go for? For me, I think I would vote for... Hey, look, okay. It's going to come down to this. I got Ridley for Smash Bros. I finally got Ridley in the roster, which was awesome. Well, we finally got Ridley in the roster. So I think I'm okay for Metroid reps, but if Sylux were to be added, I'm not complaining. It's just Sylux isn't too high up there. So for me, my vote, I'm going to go Spyro. I think just in terms of the matches you could see with Spyro would be... that'd just kind of be like a dream come true. So again, if it came down to either Crash or Spyro, I want Crash first and then Spyro. But that's not the case for this one, so Spyro gets my vote in this one. So yeah, we'll see what happens with that. That is going to wrap up the tournament matchup for the day. So sneak peek for Tuesday. What do we got for Tuesday? Match game 62. Looks like Shadow the Hedgehog is back, taking on Tracer from Overwatch. And then we will have the results of game 56. Sans taking on Ashley. So, yeah, let's, well, that's a sneak peek for tomorrow. So that means today's episode is coming to an end. I hope you guys enjoyed. Do I have another? I don't think I have another video coming out today. Nah, I don't think I do. But anyway, that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed. And I guess hopefully we'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out, everybody.